Sean, there's only 2 3-0 teams remaining. Are the Eagles or the Bills the best team in the NFL right now? Because right now, and we shouldn't be shocked, they're the only undefeated teams that are still sticking around to this point. How do we even think that we have enough evidence to answer that question?
I think the Bills are better. I think Josh Allen's playing on a different level right now. The Eagles,
even the way that they kind of let the Saints hang around a little bit.
They overlooked the Saints. We all know it wasn't. We all know the Saints weren't a serious challenger to the Buffalo Bills. But what Josh Allen's doing this year looks like a combination of a good Tom Brady year and Cam Newton's MVP season, where he's running all over everybody. But, Cam's arm wasn't spectacular in that MVP season. But this year, Josh Allen's arm is spectacular. He's making all the right decisions. The Eagles are very good. The Eagles are very good, but Jalen Hurts is not close to being better than Josh Allen as a quarterback. And that matters more to me because the Bills still have a well-rounded team. They have monsters on the defense. The offense is a juggernaut. Again, they overlooked the Saints. It means nothing to me. The Josh Allen run that he had in the second half versus the New Orleans Saints, where he takes off up the middle, and I credit the broadcast for mentioning this. All the other quarterbacks in the league, when they take off running, they're looking for a sideline. They're looking for some type of clearing so they can slide or get out of bounds. Josh Allen just started running straight, and he started running through linebackers and defensive backs, breaks 3 tackles, goes down for a 30-yard gain. Next play, a gorgeous pass. The direct next play, gorgeous pass for a touchdown, and that guy's just on a different level because he can do that whenever he wants. And that's take over a drive, say, I'm taking the game into my hands. The Eagles are like, we're going to grind you down. Welcome to the meat grinder. Hopefully you don't come back, Tampa Bay. The Bills are literally inserting their will on every team.
Well, I would argue, though, I think you just provided the stake for why it could be the complete opposite. We've got this Eagles team that has just built this consistent churning formula for success. And I don't know if you saw this. There was a clip that some people have been talking about where they're walking off the field after the win and they look miserable.
Yeah.
They look like they could. It's not that they look unmotivated and they don't care. They just genuinely don't look happy. And I think that to me is how I know that this team is cold-blooded and how I know that this team is on a trajectory to get to another Super Bowl this year. They are the most talented roster and they're playing to that level. They've also been, if we're putting together the ratio of most challenged for early season games and the amount of success the team has had, they fit that description. I think the way that you just described the Bills are Josh Allen's the best player in the NFL at the current moment, but I don't know if his team is the best team in the NFL. It feels like he has to do a lot to help his team win. And I'm not saying that he's carrying a shit Bills team. It's not what I'm saying. I am just saying that this is a good Bills team that's a top 10 Bills team, and Josh Allen's so good, it makes them top 2 or top 3. But for the Eagles' sake, they're so balanced, even with Saquon Barkley not playing as dominantly as he's played in the past, and he's been bottled up a little bit. They're now winning through Vic Fangio's just sheer, frightening, overbearing dominance in the way that he's calling these games and all the athletes that he is deploying like missiles on the offenses that they're dealing with.
I'll give that to you. I think they were miserable because they almost blew a big one against the Bucs. And I would feel
shout out to Emeka Egbuka, man. He's awesome.
So good. The Bucs
best
are so
fantasy
good.
pick that I've ever had.
I told everybody I feel so vindicated for saying this guy Emeka Egbuka is going to be a certified baller. And you know what? He is. So I know the Bucs are good. That's a big win for the Eagles. Beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a big win for Philly. But they still don't know how to get the offense rolling all the time. And that is A.J. Brown. They can't get A.J. Brown the ball. That's a concern. They need to be able to get all of their key figures involved. Also, I still think Nick Sirianni's a bit of a jackass. Mid-game, he's talking trash to Baker Mayfield from the sidelines. You could say that's some classic good old boy football stuff. I don't think so. I think that's cornball, meathead. I'm protected by my mean team coaching. It's not what he would be doing if he was coaching in Arizona. It's not what he would be doing if he was coaching in New Orleans. It's like he's an IRL streamer, Jack Doherty, talking trash behind 3 security guards. That's what he feels like to me.
So I would say, though, to backtrack to something you just said about how it doesn't feel like their offense is fully clicking. And that, to me, is why I feel like that we should be really worried about the Eagles, because they're winning the way that they are at like 70% capacity of what that offense can do. I think that it's more dangerous in the current NFL where it takes a little bit for offenses to get going. It's usually mid-season when offenses are playing to their true form.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty dangerous at the current moment that the defense is playing as good as it is and it's going to continue to play at this level. They're going to eventually get back to what they were doing last year. Imagine how good this team could be if they get to 80% of the capacity of their offensive production from last season.
Yeah, I know. Saquon's going to take off, and it's going to take off. They're great. They're great. I think they're the top 2 team, but I just think the Bills are better. I really do. I think if they played each other and it came down to it with the Eagles need to go down and win a drive or the Bills need to go down and win a drive or to win the game on a last-minute drive, I think the Bills have that more times than the Eagles do.